In this video, we'll go from this, click, 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 to this. Using, I don't know, some of that. Okay, so I was mowing the other day with my lawnmower and it acted like it bogged down from grass in there, so I pulled in the driveway and cleaned out the grass, went to start it, nothing. Checked the battery, it's 4 years old, so I replaced it, and still nothing. So, tried a couple quick troubleshooting tips, and one of them was simply leaving it in gear and rocking it back and forth, and the motor obviously was locked up. So, here's how I'm going to unlock it. So first, take off the hood, and you just get it to where it's partially open, and I've already unplugged that. Unplug this connector right here. Get it where it's almost all the way open, just tilt it and lift it out. The hood's off. Now next, to get this piece off right here, there's 2 bolts. Again, I've already taken these off. Kind of already got a little bit of a jump on this project. Right here, and then over here. And those are 3/8 inch bolts. Take that off and set it aside. Next is the air filter. Just simply click that to unlock and lift it out. Again, set that cover to the side and go ahead and take the air filter off. Okay, next is 5 screws. There was one right here, and that was just a regular head slotted screw. And then there's a couple back here. Where are they? Right here. Right here, and then over on the other side, same thing. Those are 3/8, and I used a ratcheting wrench for that. You can take off the gas tank if you like, give you a little more room. I just used the ratcheting wrench. And then there's 2 more, yeah, one here and one here. Take those off, and that will enable you to get the cover off. All right, then next, go ahead and pull the spark plug out, and it's a 5/8. Then next, drain the oil. Hopefully there is oil in it, right? Now, these have a little mechanism right here, so you can turn it and it pops out supposedly, but as you can see, this one's really dirty, so it didn't do it. So I just undid the plug and took it completely out, which meant I got oil all over the frame, but I had a catch can underneath it. So worst thing that happens is I have to wipe that down a little bit. Alright, so this one was hard locked up. The starter wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get the engine to turn by pushing it with it in gear or anything. And I could not turn it by hand at all. So what I did, and this is from another YouTuber, if I can remember the name and find the video, I will reference it down there in the description, give him a little bit of credit. And basically you just put a screwdriver here and just start turning. And it just did a little bit at a time for me, right? And unfortunately I did break a fin right here. So yeah, use caution. I think a broken fin versus a completely totaled motor, I'm okay with that. So I just kept doing that until I could finally turn it by hand and got it freed up. And I just went to the auto parts store to get some oil. My next step is I'm going to fill it up. Oh, I missed one big step. Before you start trying to turn it over, soak it. I soaked it overnight. Liquid wrench, PV blaster, whatever. Sprayed it into here, and this is why the oil was out, the oil plug. I sprayed it right up in here to try to get to the rod bearings as good as possible. And yes, I did check it with a bore scope to see if there was like a broken rod in there or anything, and there wasn't. So I thought I could go ahead and continue with this process. And I got high expectations. We will see how it works out. And this thing right here, I did have to bend down a little bit to get to here. Again, just put a screwdriver in there and started turning it, spraying it with PV blasters, kind of alternating it. until it felt like it freed up enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and, well, clean that plug out, put it back in, fill it up with oil, and put the plug back, spark plug back in. Well, before putting the spark plug back in, I'll probably spin it a few times off the battery to shoot any PB blaster that's in there back out. And it'll probably smoke like crazy once I get it going. See if I can get this cleaned out. There we go. So that's the drain position right there, and you just attach a hose to that and it will nicely, neatly drain out. Clean that out some. Alright, got that working now. By the way, you probably want to disconnect the battery before doing all this, because this right here is hot. I think the reason why this thing locked up is this little bugger came loose on me, unfortunately. Okay, get that pretty tight. Close all that up. Now I'm going to spin it a few times. Shoot out any PB blaster might be in there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and change the oil filter, since I'm putting fresh oil in it. Probably wouldn't hurt to put a fresh oil filter on it. Come on now, get on there. There we go. Oh, I need a drain bucket under there. So now when you go to put a new one in, it's always got to do to put some oil around that, and maybe drop some oil inside the filter too. Go. And just hand tighten this filter. Don't use the filter wrench to put it back on with, because it'll be bare to get off if you do that. Wait for it to seat down. Hand tighten, you're good. Alright, next. Start putting some oil in the beast. And then bring the funnel out. Oh well. So there's 1 quart, and I'll see where we stand with that. That's about it. Okay, so I think I can put just a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil in there. Hoping that'll help her out some. Not going to put much, just a little bit. Now before I put the plug in, I'm going to go ahead and spin it one more time. Try to get the oil circulating around there just a little bit before I actually fire it up. She's already sounding a lot better. Probably a good idea to put a new spark plug in, but unfortunately I do not have one with me. So the old one got cleaned up a little bit. It'll go back in. It'll probably get oil foul pretty quick anyway. All the PB blaster in there. There's that. And of course the spark plug is just your generic 5/8 plug for the socket size. check your manufacturer specifications for the correct one. Yeah. So anyway, I'll put the plug back in. That was off camera. Hopefully we can figure that one out. Check the oil one more time. Got oil. Well, moment of truth. See if she fires up or not. Sweetness. Looks like she rides again. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together. Hopefully not burn myself on that exhaust pipe. And then take her out for a spin, see what happens. Alright, so here's that one screw. Filter in correctly. Okay. Lock. I believe the shorter ones went in front. And as always, I'll leave that loose until I get the remaining bolts in. Alright, and then the longer ones go in the back. Gunshot. Okay. Go around, torque them all down. Cover right here. There we go. Now it's in there. Go. There you go, $1,000 locked up motor, not locked up anymore. Fixed for, what was it, about 15 bucks. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please select like down there and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe to the channel, maybe you like the next one. Thank you for watching.